רוחניות. חזק וברוך. Join us afterwards, after tefillah. We have a tziduk adin. We have a couple of people that are sitting shiva. And for Chok Be'ezrat Hashem Israel, we have a beautiful shiur afterwards. Mincha today will be at 5:15. Kabbalat Shabbat is, Addakat Nerot is at 5:16. So every Friday, like our minhag is to speak halachot Shabbat. So this Shabbat, we're going to talk, this Friday, we're going to talk about halacha, or it's called Mechatech. It's the 31st halacha, Melacha 31, Melachat Mechatech. What did they used to do? מה היו עושים במשכן? They used to cut the yeriot, the pieces of leather. And they used to, before cutting them, they would make a little line on them. In order to put all the pieces together, that they will be equal, so they would put a line, and then afterwards they would cut on it. So therefore, the same thing will be with us. If you have anything that has a line, or you're cutting in order to fit something, that will be a melacha midoraita, will be a complete melacha, that's something that is asur to do from the Torah. So therefore, okay, if you have this for practical halacha, you have those bottles of wine, or those like bottles that have a ring underneath. And after the cap, there's another ring after that. So that ring, some people say that this you are mechatech because the rings is only connected in several places, right? The mekomot ktanim. כשאתה חותך, כשאתה פותח, you're making this separation. But that's another problem. Actually, it's not mechatech in that case. It's actually metaken kli. Therefore, it's better. If you notice, lately they've been taking off those rings. They don't have them as much as often.
That's for if you have to eat, like
a candy
or something like that.
No, so a candy. If you open up a candy, if you are tearing off the wrapper, that's not a problem. But the bottle, you're not drinking right away. Like you're making a cap for use later. Okay, so that's why it's going to be a problem. So that's why lekatchila, it's better to open it before Shabbat to make sure that you're not metaken kli, right? Okay, I'm going to read to you inside. יש בקבוקים עם פקק מהמתכת. שנייה, one second. לאחר הפתיחה, נשארת רצועה מסביב לפקק. And there's, after opening it, there is a ring that is left over there on the top of the bottle. אנשים רבים חוששים להיחתך, ולכן מסירים את הרצועה הזאת. So a lot of people are afraid to get cut. So therefore, they take off this רצועה, this stripe over there. יש להעיר את תשומת ליבם שדבר זה אסור בשבת. אמנם לא משום מלאכת מחתך, אלא משום מתקן כלי. So we're talking about, again, the strap underneath, not to take it off after you open the bottle. I'm not saying it's asur to open the bottle on Shabbat. You can open the bottle, but those people, they remove that ring that is around it because they don't want someone to get cut. That is asur mishum metaken keli, because you're fixing up another vessel. Now, where we get to melechet mechatech, cutting, that's the most famous thing. It will be in paper toilet, right? That is not cut. So you have over there also, it's pre-cut, but it's connected lightly, right? So that's a huge machloket. So Chacham ben Zion, Abba Shaul, the Or le Zion, he says that even if, let's say, you're stuck in a bathroom, you don't have any other papers, right? You only have that. He says, Asur mideoraita, bichlad, you should really not cut. Even beshinui, that's what Chacham ben Zion Abba Shaul says. But a lot of achronim argue, and they don't agree with him. And they say because if a person is stuck, it says hitiru lachtoch beshinui mipnei kavod habriot. It says because of the honor, what else are you going to do? So then they are permitted to cut with a shinui. Now, does it mean a shinui if it's instead of using your right hand, you use your left hand? No, that's not called a shinui. A shinui means to do it with the elbow, do it with the hand, with the leg, something like that. There's really something that is different. So therefore, in that case, that's why we have to be very careful to make sure that we have tissues that are cut before Shabbat in the bathroom. Dvar Torah for this week parashat Vayetze, something very short and sweet. Two different points, but something very short and sweet. Vayetze Yaakov. Oh yes, you wanted to ask a question?
The tops of the bottle of wine.
Yeah.
The cap. They have a
They have a hole in them? Where do they have a hole in them? I haven't seen it. I mean, I've seen people making holes in them, but they don't have holes in them originally. Otherwise, well, what's the point of the cap? What do you mean they have a hole in them?
Tiny hole. Maybe, maybe not all in there.
Okay. Yeah, no, but the point is what we're talking about is the ring that is underneath, that a person wants to take it off after he opened a bottle of wine. That will be a problem. I didn't hear you. What?
What if you take off the whole cap?
That's a problem. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. I'm talking about when he wants to take off the ring. After he took off the cap, he just don't want that ring over there. He just doesn't want it there. The ring at the bottom, right? He doesn't want it there. So that will be metaken kili. That will be a problem. Just leave it there. So, yeah.
Usually, I cut it under the.
He's talking about the wine wrapper.
The wine wrapper on the top? That's okay. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. You cut it off. You're taking it off. Okay. No. Okay. All right. So now, the pasuk says we'll talk about it afterwards. But the pasuk says, "Vayetze Yaakov miBe'er Sheva vayelech Harana." So we learned in last week's parasha that Yitzchak and Rivka especially, is telling Yaakov Avinu, listen, I need you to go and get married. Go to Haran. Go over there and get married from a woman from there. Where does Yaakov Avinu go? Does he go to Haran? No. He goes to Yeshiva. Yeshiva on Shem and Ever, and he stays there for 14 years. Where's the mitzvah Kibud Avayim? Abba V'Ima told you to go and get married, go to Haran. Why are you going to the yeshiva? Why are you going to study for 14 years? Really, Yaakov Avinu was going to do what his Abba and Ima told him to do. How do we know? Because Yaakov Avinu knew one thing. He said, I'm not ready to get married. I'm not ready to get married. I'm not ready. I don't know what it's like to treat a woman, to be dedicated. He said, I don't know how to do it. I need to sit down and learn. For 14 years, he's sitting down and he's learning dedication. He's not going to sleep for 14 years. He's so dedicated to the Torah. That's how much a person, he's learning more and more. So this way, that was preparing him to know how to be with a woman, with a family, being committed and letting go of your personal part. You know, בעברית אומרים, in English you can say that too, right? By Jews are always late, right? But never too late. יהודים תמיד מאחרים, אבל זה אף פעם לא מאוחר מדי. Meaning, it's never too late to start learning, even if you are married for years and years. It's never too late to try to betterize, to work on your marriage to make it better and better. B'ezrat Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu should give all of us a true shalom bayit. One more point from this week's parasha, from the fact that Yaakov Avinu went to learn in the yeshiva for 14 years. Right after he leaves the yeshiva, it says the pasuk, "V'nei Hashem nitzav alav vayomar, ani Hashem Elokei Avraham Avicha." He's on there, he leaves the yeshiva, he goes to Haran, and Hashem reveals himself in Bet Kel, right? He reveals himself over there. And then he says, Ani Hashem Elokei Avraham Avicha. The question is, 14 years he's learning Torah in yeshiva on Shem and Ever. Why didn't Hashem reveal himself to him then? Why not? Why reveal himself when he leaves the yeshiva? We learn from that a tremendous lesson. When you're learning, even HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't want to bother you. When we're learning, we need to be concentrated. So therefore, I think we can learn from that when we are in the tefillah, we need to be able to turn off everything else, to turn off the phones, to be able to nobody should be able to bother you. I said it many, many times. I'm very busy with the phone because of the setup, of setting up for the groups, for having Zoom, people on Zoom. Don't take example from right now, from the Corona time, what the rabbis are doing with the phone, because they're doing a lot of different things in order to make it available for everyone out there. For some people that are not coming. But please, you're coming, the least you could do, put your phone on vibrate. Put your phone on vibrate. Make sure, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not want to bother Yaakov Avinu for 14 years, HaKadosh Baruch Hu also, even more, just for the tefillah at least, doesn't want us to have the phone ringing. So B'ezrat Hashem, like that, we'll take that upon ourselves to put aside the distraction and this distraction, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu should be able to really connect with us. הוא should merit like יעקב אבינו, והנה השם ניצב עליו, ואומר לו, אני השם אלוקיך. שבת שלום.